did I say I was going to name this episode? Dating While Depressed, the Guide to Success. All right, let's get into this video. Cue music. So at this point, we know Shorty been depressed. If you haven't already seen that video about like what's been going on with me, it'll be here or here. It'll be somewhere where you can watch it. Come on, Thomas. So, put on, hood off. What's Solange say? I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself busy. When that song came out in 2016, I don't know what she was talking about, but shoot. Like, what are the lyrics? I gotta look up the lyrics to that song. I slept it away. I sexed it away. I tried to run it away. I traveled 70 states. Thought moving around made me feel better. Thought if I was alone, then maybe I could recover. Oh my gosh. That hits different these days. I did all of those things. Trying to get out of depression. When you have an inkling, but I think there's a certain level of denial. I was feeling like I'm like not depressed. I got a roof over my head. I'm still getting my nails done. My skin is clear. People are laughing. My social media is popping, whatever. And I was like so not okay. I wasn't even making sound decisions. Thank God for grace. Thank God for mercy. I know better. But I wasn't doing better. Dating while depressed, the guide to success. Number 1. The good thing about dating while depressed is when you go on dates, you want to look good. Now, sometimes the depression just be kicking so much that you're like, I don't really care how I look. But if you thought, let me go on Hinge, let me go on Bumble. Or I met this guy, while I was trying to get some sunlight, some sunshine, and he wanted to take me out. Typically want to make a good impression. So you're going to wash your face, you're going to take a shower, you're going to smell good. Maybe you file your nails, maybe you get your nails done. Whatever the case is, you're starting to fake it while you're trying to make it. And that is what is important. So it's a good thing. You wasn't gonna be like, I went out on a date with Dizzie, she was looking busted. Never that. Won't happen. Right, Thomas? Exactly. So Shorty was looking good at all times. I will say that maybe I tipped the scales a bit because the credit card bills were just like, what Solange say? I tried to buy a new dress. I was buying several new dresses. Lots of new dresses. I said, I probably shouldn't buy this. And then I bought it anyway. And that is not good. This is why we save working clothes. This is why we invest. This is why we also call the credit card companies and say, hey, don't let me use this anymore. Number 1, make sure you look good, smell good, because everybody likes to look good, smell good. We all like it. Number 2, everything doesn't have to be super deep. I think while being depressed, if somebody really asks you how you doing, you might be tempted to like completely lie or completely tell the truth. The thing that helped me with dating while I was depressed, when I acknowledged that I was depressed, was listening. Just be an active listener. Like, just listen and it'll help you to know how to respond. They're like, how was your day? Had a good day, or I had an interesting day. Well, what made it interesting? I just took some time to be introspective. Well, what were you thinking about? I was thinking about where my life has been and where I am right now. And I'm so grateful to be here in this moment, sharing space with you. Ooh, sounds super woke. When really, you may have cried in the shower, cried when you were getting ready. But you made it to the date and you look good and you smell good. So just believe it. You know what I'm saying? Look good, smell good. I am good. Fake it till you make it. Especially if it's a first date. Keep the conversation light. Like, have fun. Be proud of yourself that you made it out of the house. Look good. Be proud of yourself that you made it out the house. Right? Was that the second thing? Gosh, I really need to start writing lists. Right now, I'm just seeing the that monkey thing from the Grinch, just like, hey monkey! Hey monkey! Ouch. Do something adventurous. That's number 3. Suggest something out of the norm. I remember one day I went on when I was in London was axe throwing. And I was like, me throwing an axe, but I was actually really good. I wonder if I have a video that I can insert. I'm not talking to the fellow anymore, but it was such a fun date. I had such a good time. Axe throwing, a rage room. An escape room might be, anxiety inducing, so maybe not. Rock climbing, a hike, a cooking class, like something physical, something that'll get you moving in your body and out of your head. Dating While Depressed, the guide to success. Do something physical that will get you out of your head. Not too physical, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta protect our heart. Use protection. Be protected. Protect. Okay? But yeah, something fun and adventurous. Painting, pottery. Yes, I did those. I did painting pottery. I painted pottery. That was fun. That was a fun time. Really good dates. Back down memory lane. Maybe this is like a 3.5. It might not be a full 4, but I would say if you're having a good time, if there's moments when you're laughing and you forget about whatever has been weighing you down, snap a photo, a video. Maybe you don't always include the person so that the whole memory, if things don't work out, is not ruined. Whatever you can do to like seal in the happiness, so that way, if you have another episode, you just kind of think about it and be like, I wish with all my heart to be back throwing axes or shooting darts. You know what I'm saying? Something cute and fun. Wow, I'm really good at this. I wish I could talk to myself and listen. I wish I would listen to myself. It's a little bit late. Right, Thomas? All right, we got to give the people 1.5 more. Maybe this should have been number 1, but let's call it, what are we at? Are we at 4 now? 4.5? 4? Actually set the date. Don't allow things to be so tentative. Set a date, because I know for me, I would love to back out of something last minute when I was really in my not great space. Like, okay, well, let's push it back an hour. Let's do this. Set a date and a time, and then confirm the date and the time. Get up and get out the house. Get out, get out, get out, get out. The enemy uses the enemy. I always use them interchangeably, because literally you'll start to convince yourself that it is okay to be slovenly, shades down and watching Netflix movies and just completely detached from the outside world when there's so much good. Right, Thomas? There's so much good out here. There's so much good in the world. I mean, there's some poopy stuff too, but like there's a lot of good. And you miss out on wonderful moments just being in your head. I have a theory about depression. Obviously, there's clinical depression with chemical imbalances, and you need medication. And if that is what you need, then you need to be taking your medication until you can get yourself to a place of homeostasis in mind, body, and spirits. Okay? That's number 1. But what was I talking about? Gosh, stupid monkey back and forth. The theory. That depression sets in when you are suppressing your destiny and suppressing your purpose. When you are not walking fully in your purpose, if you're not sure of it, if something happened and made you question what that purpose is, if you're not in pursuit of a goal that is rooted in a dream or a vision that God has given you and confirmed, it leaves open doors and space for doubt and self-loathing and pity and fear and anxiety. It's just a wide open door where the enemy can use all of these different tricks of the mind stuff to get you to become stagnant so that you do not move, knowing that you need to move, but you're keeping yourself from forward movement. You stop the progression, depression. You want to rise, but you're shrinking yourself down to what you believe in the moment based off of what you can see in the circumstance, which leaves no room for faith to flourish because you're fearful of what is not there, or you are living in the past and not looking forward and seeking the promises of God. That's my theory on depression. When you're walking in your why, there's discipline that is mandatory. There's discernment that is mandatory. There is consecration that is mandatory so that you are focused and in alignment. You have to be seeking God all the time when you're in pursuit of purpose. It doesn't really give room for you to waste time. And I think when you're depressed, you take time for granted. The days go by quicker. The time feels like it's moving slowly because you are a shell of what you were called to be. You're a shell of who you really are. This thing right here, this mind thing, the matters of the mind, you have to will yourself out of it. It does take a fighting spirit. It does take a warring spirit. And I remember there was times in which I did not have words to pray and I had to plead the blood of Jesus. I had to have a song in my heart at all times. My mom used to tell me to have a song in my heart at all times. My song is "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word, just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I prove him more and more. Oh, Jesus, my Jesus, precious Jesus. Oh, for grace to trust him more. And it instantly is like a shot of Cafe Cubano. Ephesians 6:12 says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principalities. We wrestle against things that we cannot see. The things of the mind, the tricks of the enemy. We battle these things, these spirits that rear up in people. That's why you've got to know your opponent, to know how the opponent will show up to cause confusion and discord in your life. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. You've got to know how the enemy will use the inner me or the inner you to keep you from what is already destined to be yours. But back to dating, right, Thomas? I don't know what number 5 is. Hmm. 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 Ooh. Hmm. Maybe a don't. Maybe something don't do. Don't date or continuously entertain spirit that abides in an individual that may look great but causes an upset to you. Somebody who constantly triggers you, brings out old versions of you. I feel like depression comes about when there needs to be a change, a shift in your life, in your perspective, in your views. And just as that positive shift is coming, it's like a shedding of old skin. the enemy will bring around things that you like. Oh, it'll talk, look like, dress like, smell like, exactly what you like. And it'd be the devil. It'd be the devil. It's so bold in sheep's clothing. Run the other way. Literally. And depression really did increase my discernment, because those spirits will try to latch onto you and keep you stuck and drag you down. They don't want to let your light shine, but this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, I will say this though, as fun as this video has been, my suggestion to you, right? This is just Dizzie, you know what I'm saying, talking to you. Don't use dating as a distraction from the work that you really need to do on yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? We're trying to be whole. I'm a link to Ray Roberts' book called Wholeness that really helped me. You can have love and not be fully healed. We're always healing. It's a never-ending journey. So the idea to think that you have to be perfect in order to have love, be loved, or to give love, but you do need to be healthy. You do need to have a healthy mindset. That doesn't mean that it's going to be great all the time. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have bouts of depression or anxiety or doubt or insecurities that pop up. But you also have to do the work for you, because it's not on somebody else to do the work for you. It's not on whoever you're dating or whoever that romantic interest may be. It's not their job to be your God and to fix you and to fill the void. That's not their job. It will end not well, okay? You got to take care of yourself first. You cannot expect someone to love you better than you love yourself. Be real. Be for real, okay? We want to be people that don't leave others super damaged. I think that's all I have to say. I gave you some do's, I gave you some don'ts, a mini sermon, some praise and worship. The benediction is the benediction is, if you're struggling with depression, if you're having a hard time, seek help. There's free help out here, okay? There's free resources. There are even some therapists that do pro bono work, okay? But you have to become proactive about your healing. Nobody's going to do it for you. If that is not an option for you, go outside, move your body, take a shower, put on deodorant, brush your teeth. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. That's what it is. Our deepest fear is not that you're inadequate. You are powerful beyond measure. So put your big girl panties on, put your big boy boxer briefs on, and go change the freaking world. Okay? Cue my music.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I really gotta work on that. I gotta work on the cue music. I need to sit this mic down so I can really use my tentacles. Dating. Hold on. Wow. Oh, I should put my hoodie on. Dating while depressed. Dating while depressed. The guide. The guide. Dating while depressed. The guide to success. Dating while depressed. The guide to success. Bow.